right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at the amazing Vaden Chevy. This is in Pooler, Georgia, right outside of Savannah. Amazing place, highly recommend you check it out. And we're gonna try and beat this rain coming in, and we're gonna talk about this 2025 ZR2 2500, Chevy's version of their big dog. And there are some changes, good and bad, to this truck, but we love it. Look at this beast. This has got the Duramax diesel in there, 6.6 Duramax, incredible engine, incredible truck. Look at the mass to this thing. We are talking about a giant beast of a truck, no doubt about it. Coming with the Goodyear MT tires, those Goodyear Wrangler. These are the Territory MT, standing for multi-terrain. Now this one is actually used, barely used, but it is it was owned by one of the employees here, almost like a demo. It is for sale. It is available. We do not have the window sticker on it. I will put another window sticker version of one up here for you so you can see it, but we are talking about a beast of a truck. These are still pretty hard to find right now. There are more and more coming out for 2025, but they're a little slow getting here right now. We have the Multimatic DSSV shocks on this thing, just like you do on every ZR2 version, which is incredible. These tires are the tires that come on every ZR2 version. You even got the ZR2 stamping in the wheel, which we love. Have that on my ZR2 as well. Beautiful truck, very well done. This thing is a beast. I am only 5'6", but look at the size of this thing. We are talking about a beast of a truck. Realistically, look at the height of this truck. This is a monster. I can't even reach up there. Look at that. I can barely reach the emblem on it. That's how big this truck is. Massive size truck, no doubt about it. Step on here. We do got the keys for this. We'll dive in and check it out. Side step right here, which we would obviously need. Another bed step right here. Great setup on here. You got your full hitch, the whole deal. Let's hit the unlock button. We'll take a walk in. We'll go through this thing and check it out. But what an absolute awesome truck. Now, there are some things that do bum me out about this truck. Let's talk about them real quick. First of all, we have another ZR2 right here. Here's a 1500 ZR2. Now the 1500 and the Colorado both put their rear shocks inside of or over here by the, the 1500 does not, the 2500 does not, the Colorado does. But see how the shocks are mounted out here like this in the middle? On the Colorado ZR2, they're inside between the wheel and the leaf spring. Here is actually, as we were walking out, this is after I made that video, it's already starting to rain, but I just noticed as we were coming out, here is a white ZR2 Bison Edition 2025. Love this truck, but you can see what I mean when I talk about this is somebody's truck, but look at the shock location. See how they're inboard? See how you got all that open space under there? Shock's not in the way. That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, this is somebody's personal vehicle. They bought this, but what a gorgeous truck right there. Tucked in nice and tight. These two, the 1500 and the 2500, do not do that. They put the leaf springs closer towards the pumpkin in the middle of the axle rather than over between the leaf springs and the tire. See how we got the same thing going on here? Kind of a bummer there. That does bum me out a little bit. You can see the lift block in there for the suspension right there in the leaf springs, but that is something that does definitely kind of bum me out. The other thing that really bums me out is the 2500 ZR2 does not get a front locker. The 1500 ZR2 and the Colorado ZR2, both of them do give us a true electronic locking rear differential, and they give us a true electronic locking front differential. That is a beautiful thing to have, okay? This one got the 6.2, and the 6.2 is kind of in trouble right now, but the ZR2 version of the 2500, we do not get, sorry, plane's going over, we're right next to Savannah. This one here, because of the fact that it is, in my guess, here's my guess, the sheer size and weight of this vehicle, especially with a diesel, and it being, this is the only HD truck out there that still is, or that offers it in a conventional independent front suspension with CV axles rather than a, like Ford and Ram do, solid front axles. Since we don't have the solid front axle on here and we are working CV axles, and you have all of this weight on the front, if they were to put front lockers in here, I bet you'd start snapping axles like crazy. So I think that's my opinion why they do not offer it. But this is the only ZR2 truck line for Chevy out of all three of their sizes of ZR2s that does not give you a front locker. That is definitely a bummer. But being a diesel, you got your diesel plug right here. Perfect spot for it, tucked away on the side so it's not taking brunt in the front. And good setup on here. We do, like I said, have the keys. Let's take a peek at it. And this one is diesel, so you have both DEF and diesel. And we come back here. Let's open a gate here. And there it is, self-drop or soft damp here. Nobody does tie downs better than Chevy does in history. Nobody can do any better. You end up with high, low, and medium tie downs in all four corners. High, low, and medium tie downs. Now, if you get this one here too, you do get the license plate holder. It looks like you get an Arby's bag, and there's probably a little bit of pop left in that one can inside of that bag. So, you know, like if you're out here making videos and you're thirsty, it does look like they did leave you some snacks here. If you're, you know, you're in a pinch, give you something there you can work with. But this one also comes with the fifth wheel prep kit. Right there, you can see those things right in the bed. Fifth wheel prep kit, ready to go. This one also has the power in the back end right there too, which is nice. And we got nothing else on this side except for our two trailer hitches for your fifth wheel setup and your bed lights. Very well done, great setup. I do wish they would incorporate the Stowflex tailgate in more trucks because I love that in the Colorado. But amazing truck. Tailgate weighs nothing. There's no weight to the tailgate, okay? And I think that's even probably one of those auto tailgates. But beautiful setup, excellent truck. Let's go around here and take a look at some of this stuff. We'll check the payload, we'll check some numbers. But if you see, we're parked right next to, consider size-wise, this is an XLT F250, but look at the height difference. This is FX4. Look at the size difference of that thing over at Ford F250 height-wise. Look at the bed height, the bumper height, the tire size. Like I said, beast of a truck, absolute beast of a truck. Gorgeous truck, and I love all their little details that they do today. Okay, they just, like I said, very nice trucks. So let's pop in here, take a look at this side over here. And we have classic yellow ZR2 stitching that we're seeing on every ZR2 now. Beautiful setup, like the, again, gorgeous layout in these things. Fantastic. We got to make sure I don't hit nothing over here. Hold on. And we got nice seats in here, leather seats. We get the pop up here. We do get a little console here, but this is also removable. This can be removed, so they keep it tight to give you that room. And you do get a little trans hump still. It's not like a Ford where it's a full lay flat floor, or even like a Ram 1500. You got that little hump in there, but they do it good, and they give you these really nice floor mats in here are phenomenal. Look at how good coverage and drain right out. So they do a good job in here with this kind of stuff. Again, this one is used. They haven't cleaned this thing all up yet. It was just traded in. I had to actually fight to get me the keys for it, but I was persistent in begging. That's why we're not actually moving it either. Like I said, I gotta, you know, this hasn't been prepped yet, just been turned back in. So excellent truck though. Come around on this side here, take a look at the back seat over here. Lots of room, definitely lots of room. You're not going to have any shortage of room in it. And again, soft touch everywhere. Great setup on here. Your ZR2 classic stitching, double mat pockets, double AC vents. You got your heated seats back here for your passengers, cup holders right here, two power adapters. You get a drop down center console right here. Now, another thing I didn't notice or mention on that side because I couldn't fit in there that good, I'll do it here in a minute, but here's the other side of this where you again, there's your diesel cord. You get quite a bit of storage underneath of here, plus this thing is removable if you want to do, and then you can put another, you can buy an aftermarket one. It comes out further out of the seats over here too. So options for you. Now, you also get, hang on here, come on, there we go. You get on both sides, that side and this side, you get the hidden seat storage. Right here is all of his paperwork. Again, this is a used truck, but you get this hidden storage little compartments right in here, which are pretty good to be able to store things into as well. So you get those and your cup holder center armrest on this. So they do a really good job. I mean, it's a fantastic truck, don't get me wrong. Coming around on this passenger side over here, which again, it's kind of tight. We're not going to get into it too much. And again, I'm not supposed to touch or move. I'm not supposed to move this one. It is not set yet. But you can see here we got the power seat on the driver's or on the passenger side. Big glove box. We'll cover those from inside over there once we get in there. And you have that console right there, that little hidden tray thing on this side, which will also be mirrored on the other side. I will show you, and the ZR2 set up there. So we'll show you more from the other side where we got more room. Coming around on this side. So being a 2500 ZR2 and having a multi-matic suspension, which I showed you in the front, we also, you can see here, have it in the back as well too. Being that multi-matic spool valve suspension, we're gonna lose a little bit of payload. Payload is 3,077 pounds on this compared to probably what you get with a normal 2500 on there. So it's gonna limit you a little bit and tone you down a little bit there. So something you got to keep in mind. And our inside, woo, we got our tipped way back here, seats way up. Let's put that back, but we have this console right here, this whole divider part that goes into here. Nice. I love this. Whatever this material is, it's pretty cool. Whatever this graphic is on there, it's pretty nice. Very minimal on a piano color because they do scratch. You can see it. Here's a used one, but you can see how easy this bright gloss stuff scratches. And then they used it very minimally in here. We like that feature. It's not on anywhere you're really going to touch too much, but done well. Memory seats, the whole setup, the Bose sound system. Look at the height of this thing. Okay. Again, look at the height of this. How am I supposed to get into this thing very easily without any side steps? Okay, that's the reality of this. Again, now I am short, but still, we got to take that into consideration. So let's jump up in here. There we go. And we get this beautiful layout in here with the big screen in this. We can start it up, but we just can't move it. But okay, diesel, look at that thing. But we get this big screen. Make sure our tunes are down. Get the full digital gauge cluster in here right there for you. That setup on it, it's got 4,000 miles on it, 4,417 miles on it. It is available used, will be very soon. And you get the camera mirror, so it is actually the camera. All your features you're looking for, good screen setup. You get your trailer brake controller, your exhaust brake, all your stuff you're looking for on here. You get a rear locker. This is the only HD truck that Chevy makes. It gives you a true electronic rear locking differential. Okay, it's the only one, the only truck line that Chevy offers of any Chevy truck that gives you an electronic rear locker is the ZR2 version of this, or the Sierra equivalent. But because now in the Sierra and the Silverado ZR2, you do get electronic rear and electronic front, and in the ZR2 you get the electronic rear and electronic front in the Colorado and the Silverados too. But this is one of the only trucks, how do I put that? This is one of the only trucks that General Motors makes where they actually give you a true electronic rear locker only. No other locker. Okay, just a rear locker electronically. GM relies heavily on their G80 in many of their trucks, or the ZR2 line that gives you front and rear electronic lockers. This one, since we cannot have the locker in the front, you get an electronic locker only in the rear, and this is very rare to have. We also have heads-up display. I don't know if you can see it on my screen, but you can see it right there. So you have heads-up display there. This guy already had this tinted. It's got the windshield tinted. The windows are darkly tinted. This thing is tinted out to the max, done up pretty good, but we are in Georgia, and it's not a bad thing to do, especially on a black truck like this. So we got a lot of stuff here, and we got our console right here's our main box. Oh, look at that, we even get more. Okay, we've seen these before. When you get the crushed water bottle, if it's a blue Dasani, that means that it's been a pretty good truck. If they're green, it's usually been a little different. But here we even get smart water, which throws a whole new mix into it, so that's good. We get another compartment right here too, another console in there in your dash with the hidden button. So beautiful setup there, done very well. You get this big tray setup on this right here. It does kind of bum me out that you don't get anything deeper in here, any other ways to get into this pocket more. This is nice, and I get it, but there's a lot of space down here basically that is all wasted. You get this little tray, but there's a lot of wasted space in there. Would have been nice to give us something a little deeper. Ram's got this beautiful sliding multifunctional huge deep setup in this thing. This is a little weak as far as I'm concerned. Full climate controls right here. Everything is actual real buttons, heated and cooled seats, the whole deal. This is brilliantly done. Brilliantly done. And it's easy to navigate and function. Same with all of your tactile buttons right here too. Very, very well done. GM does a great job at that. Volume knob, your home link button takes you right back to your home screen. So if you were in this one, you hit this and boom, it takes you right back to home. Beautiful, beautiful system. Okay, cup holders right here, accessible to the driver as well too, which is fantastic. Here's our glove box. The glove box takes over good. We have wireless charging that sits right there, and your cords can go into there. That is brilliant, brilliant. Excellent place for the wireless charging. Very well done. A top tray that is removable. We can pull that right out. Here's where we get our deep console. And we have a light right there. We have 120 volt power right in here, just like that. And we have 2 USBs in here. So this part, fantastically done. This is very, very well done. Like I said, would like to see that a little deeper, but this is excellent. The air conditioning in here works good. It feels incredible. So there we go. And then, like I said, you got your camera mirror set up, everything there. You have all of your light controls. You have 2 or 4 auto. Okay, how brilliant is that? 2-wheel drive, 4 auto, 4 high, 4 low. Your rear locker is over there that we talked about. You have your trailer control modes. All your light setups are right here. But it's very nice to have that 4 auto heads-up display, your info. They do this thing very well. GM, Chevy does excellent. Nice sunglass holder right here too, which works perfect. So very, very well done vehicle. And again, just little hints of the shiny, you know, the gloss coloring stuff where it's not going to really bother or affect you, but it gives that nice little touch, nice little pop to everything in here and just gives it that good look. So very well done on this truck. Straight up amazing. Cannot say one thing about it I don't like. The only complaint is that I wish they would have put the rear shocks. Whew, that's like a mile. That's like a mile down from the top of that truck. Man, oh man, I'd have to have side steps on mine. Oh, here's your other your GVWR stickers that I did not show you earlier right there for you, so you guys can see them. But that is it right there. Beast of a truck. Beautiful truck. Very well done. Wish it had the front lockers like the rest of the ZR2 line, but I understand why it doesn't. Somebody would take this thing off-road, they'd kick on the lockers, and next thing you know, they'd be stuck and they'd be just cranking this thing out, which is the diesel or the gas version. Will turn these wheels over super easy all day, and these front wheels would be going and skipping and bouncing on roots, and all of a sudden, ting, ting, both wheels fall in and the axles are done because people don't know how to drive. That's why they would have to limit this and not give us that. It's not that the truck can't handle it. It's that the truck can't handle people that don't know what they're doing and just, you know, beat the hell out of everything. That's the reason why. But there it is for you. Beautiful done. Beautiful truck. $2,500. I got a friend that just bought one of these, picked it up 2 days ago, just sent me the, emailed me the pictures of it. He waited 6 months to get it. His is silver. What a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous truck. I absolutely love it. Now, they also have the Bison Edition. The AEV Bison Edition replaces the bumpers, gives you Borean skid plates, front and rear bumpers are different, and in my opinion, the AEV edition of this truck is by far the sexiest looking HD truck made. And even this, even if you take out the AEV edition, this ZR2 is by far the best looking HD truck on the market as far as I'm concerned, looks wise. Like I said, it's an amazing truck in many ways, and for an off-roader with the amazing super butter smooth, incredible DSSV Multimatic suspension, and then you couple that with the fact that this has front independent front suspension, not a solid front axle. This truck right here is probably the best road driving version and softest 2500 truck made today in existence. Straight up love this truck. So there you go. Key fobs right here. We're about to lock it up for those guys. Bam, locked, done. Questions, comments, anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.